A quiet evening settled over the small Earth town, the sky turning orange as the sun slowly disappeared behind the trees. Liam, an 8-year-old boy with a small frame and messy brown hair, walked toward the forest behind his house. He often came here to play alone because he had no siblings and his parents were always busy. The forest was peaceful for him, a place where he could pretend he was a hero in his own world. But today, the forest felt different. The wind was cold, the birds silent, and even the leaves seemed afraid to move. Liam held his wooden toy, a little soldier figure his late father had carved for him, and walked deeper between the trees. Suddenly, he heard something soft, like someone crying. He froze. Listening carefully, the sound came again. A weak, trembling sob. Liam followed the sound slowly, his heart beating fast, behind a fallen tree trunk. He saw her, a small girl with pale blue skin, big glowing eyes and torn clothes. She looked around his age but thinner, weaker, and shaking like she was freezing. Her knees were pulled to her chest, and her tiny hands were holding her arms tightly. She was not human. Liam knew that instantly. His mouth opened slightly in shock, but he did not run. Something about her sadness made him stay. She lifted her head and gasped softly when she noticed him standing there. Her eyes widened in fear, and she tried to move back, but she was too weak. Liam raised both hands slowly to show he meant no harm. "It's okay. I won't hurt you," he said quietly. The alien girl's lips trembled as she tried to speak. Her voice was soft and broken. "No. Hurt, please." Liam took one small step forward. The girl flinched, so he stopped immediately. "You're scared." "It's okay," he whispered. "Are you lost?" The girl blinked slowly, confusion and fear filling her eyes. She looked like she had not eaten in days, like she had been running from something terrible. Liam's heart hurt as he watched her struggle to breathe properly. He looked at the wooden toy in his hand, then at her shaking fingers. In his mind, it was the only thing he could offer, something warm, something kind, something to show she was safe. So he knelt down gently and extended the toy toward her. "Here," he said softly. "You can have it." The girl stared at the toy like she had never seen a gift before. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Her fingers touched the wooden figure with great care, as if it was something precious. "No one ever gave me something," she whispered in broken English. The moment her skin touched the toy, something strange happened. A soft blue glow lit up on her wrist. A bracelet, thin, metallic, covered in symbols, came to life. The symbols pulsed like a heartbeat, then flashed bright. The ground vibrated. The leaves trembled, and a low hum filled the air. Liam looked around in shock. What is that?" he asked. The girl looked terrified now, not at Liam, but at whatever the bracelet had triggered. "Signal. Calling them," she whispered. "They will come." Liam didn't understand, but he could see the panic in her eyes. So he reached out and gently took her hand. "You're okay, I promise," he said. "Come with me. I'll help you." She hesitated, but then nodded weakly. Liam helped her stand, her legs shaking like she might fall any second, and slowly guided her toward his house. He hid her in the small shed behind the backyard, brought her water, and wrapped her in a blanket. "What's your name?" he asked. "Nira," she whispered. "My name, Nira." "You're safe here, Nira," Liam smiled. "I'll protect you." Nira stared at him like she couldn't believe a human was being kind to her. "You give toy and protect me, why?" she asked in confusion. Liam shrugged. "Because you're alone. And sad, and nobody should feel like that." Nira lowered her head, clutching the wooden toy to her chest like it was the most important thing she had. But far above Earth, beyond clouds, beyond the sky, massive alien ships received a signal. One message echoed across their fleet. "Royal child located. Prepare extraction," and with a roar that shook the stars, 500 elite alien warrior ships changed course and headed straight toward Earth. Night passed slowly, and Liam barely slept. Every time he closed his eyes, he remembered the strange glow on Nira's bracelet. The shaking trees, the fear in her voice. He stayed awake, checking on her again and again in the shed behind his house. Nira slept curled up in the blanket he gave her, the wooden toy held tightly in her small hands like a lifeline. In the early morning, before the sun had even risen, a deep rumble rolled across the sky. It wasn't thunder, it wasn't weather. It felt like something shaking the entire world. Liam sat up instantly, his window rattled. Birds flew out of the forest in a wild panic. Dogs barked loudly across the neighborhood. Liam's heart pounded. He knew this was connected to Nira. He ran outside, cold air hitting his face. The sky glowed faintly with strange colors: blue, silver, red, shifting like waves. Something massive was happening above Earth. He rushed to the shed. Nira was already awake, sitting up, her eyes wide with fear. "They come," she whispered shakily. "They come now." "Who is coming?" Liam asked in a frightened voice. "Your family? Your people?" Nira shook her head. "Warriors. Many warriors. They protect royal blood. They protect me." Before Liam could ask more, the rumbling sound grew louder, so loud it felt like the ground itself was alive. The sky turned completely dark as giant shadows moved across the clouds. Liam ran out into the open yard, staring upward, and then he saw it. Hundreds of giant alien ships, shaped like blades and wings, broke through the clouds. Their engines shone like burning suns. Their metal bodies looked strong enough to cut mountains. People in the town screamed and ran toward their homes. Dogs hid. Car alarms went off. The entire world was waking up to something unbelievable. Liam's eyes grew wide with shock and fear. Nira. There are so many ships. Nira walked out slowly, her small body trembling. "They are my protectors. 500. Elite warriors. 500. Liam whispered in disbelief. "Just for you?" Nira nodded quietly. "Royal child. Always guarded. But I run away, I escape. They look for me everywhere." Liam looked at her with worry. "Will they hurt us?" Nira shook her head quickly. "No. They protect friend of royal child. They respect kindness. They honor bravery. You safe, I think." Her voice became softer at the end, as if she wasn't fully sure. But Liam didn't have time to think, because the first ship landed in the forest, only a few hundred meters away. The impact shook the ground so hard Liam almost fell. Trees cracked and bent under the force. A blast of silver light cut through the smoke, and an enormous figure stepped out of the ship. The alien warrior was taller than any human soldier Liam had ever seen on TV. His armor was dark blue with glowing white lines. His helmet shaped like a fierce animal, and in his hand, he carried a staff that hummed with powerful energy. Soldiers from the town arrived at the forest edge within minutes. They pointed guns, shouting orders, warning the alien warrior not to move. But the alien did not react. He looked around slowly, scanning the area with glowing eyes. Then his voice boomed like thunder, shaking the trees. "Bring me the human child." Every soldier froze. Every human nearby stared in confusion and fear. "What child? What is he talking about?" The commander asked, his voice trembling. The warrior spoke again, louder. "The human child who shared the sacred offering with our princess." Liam's heart stopped for a moment. He realized they were talking about him. But what frightened him even more was the word princess. He turned to Nira slowly. "Princess? You're a princess?" he whispered. Nira lowered her head. "Yes. Youngest princess. But hunted, chased, betrayed. I run because they want me dead." Her voice cracked. "I do not want throne. I only want safe place. Another thunderous sound roared from the sky as more warrior ships landed. Soldiers backed away in fear, thinking this was the beginning of an invasion. People filmed with shaking hands, news helicopters flew overhead. Flashing warnings spread across every screen on Earth. The main warrior stepped forward, his armor glowing brighter. And for the first time, his voice softened. "We sensed the kindness," he said. "A human child offered comfort to our princess. This act must be honored." Liam felt Nira gently hold his sleeve, her eyes full of fear and hope mixed together. "They will not hurt you," she whispered. "They will honor you. They will protect you. Because you protect me." Before Liam could answer, the warrior lifted his staff, sending a pillar of silver light into the sky, a signal to all other warriors. And 500 alien soldiers knelt on one knee in perfect formation, saluting one boy hidden behind the trees. Earth had never seen anything like this. And Liam realized that a single act of kindness had changed the fate of the entire planet. Chaos spread across the entire town as the alien warriors continued to land. Their ships formed a metallic forest of glowing towers, each humming with strange power. People everywhere panicked. Doors slammed shut, alarms echoed, and phones buzzed with rumors that Earth was under attack. But in the middle of all this fear, Liam only cared about one thing: Nira. She sat beside the shed, hugging her knees. The wooden toy still held tight in her small hands. Her breathing was fast, her face pale, her eyes full of a secret she couldn't hide anymore. Liam gently sat next to her. "Nira, please tell me what's going on," he whispered. "Why are they here? Why do they want you?" Nira didn't answer at first. She stared at the ground, trembling, as if her mind was fighting itself. Finally she lifted her head slowly, her voice so soft it almost disappeared in the wind. "They come. Because of me. They search for me." Liam felt a chill run down his spine. "Are you in trouble? Are they dangerous?" Nira shook her head slowly. "Not dangerous to you. Dangerous to enemies, but I didn't want them to come. I wanted to hide forever." Her words confused Liam even more. "Hide? Why hide? Were you kidnapped? Lost? Did you escape from something?" Nira took a shaky breath, her fingers pressed tightly around the toy. "I escaped. But not from humans. From my own people." Liam's eyes widened. "From your people? Why?" Nira hesitated again, and tears filled her eyes. "I tell truth now. All truth," she whispered. "Because you are." "Good." Liam nodded gently, encouraging her to continue. Nira looked up at the giant warriors in the distance, their armor glowing like living stars. "They are called Arcanian protectors. Strongest warriors in my world. They protect only one thing: royal blood. Children of the throne." Liam blinked. "So they protect someone really important." Nira lowered her head again. "Yes, they protect me." Liam froze. "You? Why you?" She looked at him with trembling eyes. "Because I am the last royal child. Last princess of Arcania." Liam's mouth opened slowly in shock. He looked at her torn clothes, weak body, scared expression. "You're a princess? But you look like someone running for your life." Nira nodded painfully. "Yes. I run because they try to kill me." Liam felt something twist inside his chest. Who wants to hurt you?" Nira's voice cracked. "My uncle. He wants throne. If I die, he becomes ruler. He sent hunters, soldiers. They chase me across many worlds. I hide on transport ship. It crash here. I thought I safe. Until bracelet sends signal." Her glowing bracelet pulsed again on her wrist, as if confirming her words. "That signal. It called warriors. It told them royal child alive," she explained softly. "I didn't want it. I didn't want you in danger." Before Liam could respond, A sudden blast of light hit the sky. A huge hologram appeared above the ships, showing the symbol of the Arcanian Empire, a circle of stars around a glowing crown. A massive alien warrior far larger than the others stepped forward. He wore heavy armor covered in bright symbols, and on his chest was the royal crest. This must be their commander. The commander's voice echoed across the trees. Princess Nira of Arcania, we have come to reclaim you and honor the human who sheltered you. Liam's knees almost weakened. They know about him. They know everything. Nira grabbed his hand quickly. No, leave me. Please, I scared. I don't want throne. I don't want fight. I just want peace. Liam squeezed her hand gently. I won't leave you. I promise. The commander approached them slowly. His massive presence made the ground vibrate. But his eyes, bright, glowing, old, were filled not with anger, but respect. He knelt before Liam. Human child, your kindness awakened the ancient code. The offering bond, Liam blinked. What's that? The commander continued. A gift freely given to royal blood binds our warriors to defend the giver, even against our own empire. Liam stared at the wooden toy in Nira's hands. But I just gave her a toy. A simple act to you, the commander said, but a sacred vow to us. Nira wiped her tears and whispered, you not just help me. You protect me with strongest promise. Now they stand with you. All 500. A sudden shadow covered the ground. Another fleet appeared in the sky. But unlike the first fleet, these ships were dark, sharp, and filled with red lights like burning eyes. Nira's face turned white with terror. They come, she whispered. My uncle's hunters. They found me. The commander raised his staff and shouted, warriors, form the shield. Protect the princess and the human. The forest exploded with power. The ground shook, the air crackled, and Earth's sky prepared for war. And Liam realized he was standing in the center of a conflict that could change the fate of two worlds forever. The sky above Earth looked like it was split into two worlds, now one bright with the glowing ships of Nira's protectors, and one dark with the enemy fleet closing in like a storm of metal teeth. People on the ground didn't know which side to fear more. Cars were abandoned on roads, families hid in basements, and soldiers stood shaking behind barricades, unsure if Earth was about to be destroyed or saved. But in the center of all this chaos stood a small boy and a frightened alien girl, Liam and Nira, holding each other's hands as if that tiny connection could hold back a war. The commander raised his staff, and a pulse of blue energy flashed across the forest. 500 Arcanian warriors formed a circle around Liam and Nira, their armor glowing brighter than before, their weapons unfolding into shapes Earth had never seen. It looked like a living shield made of stars. Liam swallowed hard, his throat dry. Why? Why are you protecting me too? He whispered. The commander turned, his expression solemn. Because you offered kindness to a child who had lost hope, he said. And kindness is the greatest power in the universe. Anyone who stands with our princess stands under our protection. Nira looked up at Liam with wet eyes. You stand with me, so they stand with you. Liam felt a strange warmth in his chest, a mixture of fear and pride. He never thought his simple act would make warriors kneel for him. He was just a boy who didn't want someone to cry alone. But the enemy fleet was getting closer. Their ships roared like monsters, red lights blinking like angry eyes, ready to strike. Every warrior in the Arcanian circle tightened their formation. The air vibrated with tension. A human soldier shouted from behind a barrier, "Commander, identify your intentions. Are you invading Earth?" The alien commander didn't turn. His voice boomed calmly. "We seek only to protect the princess and the human who sheltered her. Earth is under no threat from us." Human soldiers exchanged confused looks. How can we trust that? One whispered, "They're bowing to a kid." Another muttered, "This looks unreal." Meanwhile, news drones flew overhead, capturing the moment. Across TV screens worldwide, people saw a little human boy standing inside a formation of alien warriors. Social media exploded with fear, confusion, and shock. Some messages read, "The aliens came for a child? What is happening? Why are they protecting the boy? Is this a sign of war? Or peace?" But Liam didn't care about any cameras or crowds. He looked at Nira's trembling hands and knew only one thing mattered. She needed him. "Nira," he said softly, "you're not alone anymore. They're here for you." "I'm here for you too," Nira's voice cracked. "No one ever say that to me. Not even my family." Her words broke Liam's heart. Before he could respond, the commander knelt again, this time lowering his head in respect directly to Liam. "In Arcanian history, no human has ever received our bow," he said, "but you showed the courage and compassion of a true protector. You are a symbol now for our people in this world." Liam blinked, overwhelmed. "But I'm just a kid." The commander shook his head. "Greatness is not age. Greatness is heart." The warriors behind the commander slammed their staffs into the ground at the same time, sending a wave of light rippling outward. Every human soldier instinctively stepped back, stunned by the display of unity and strength. Nira whispered, "You are chosen now. You are not only my friend, you are my hope." But just as things felt calm for a moment, a sharp alarm echoed through the ships. The enemy fleet had stopped moving. Their ships began aligning, forming a dark spear shape in the sky. The commander's expression hardened. "They prepare an attack." Liam felt cold fear in his stomach. "Attack? Here? On Earth?" Nira nodded slowly. "They don't care about your world. They only want me dead. They destroy anything near." The commander lifted his staff again, energy crackling around it. "Warriors, shield the human settlement. Prepare barrier formation." At once, the 500 warriors moved like one living machine. They raised their weapons to the sky, creating a glowing dome above the forest. Human soldiers watched in disbelief as alien warriors defended Earth, standing between humanity and the incoming threat. Nira grabbed Liam's hand tightly. "You gave me kindness. Now they give it to your world." Liam looked up at the glowing shield forming above them. He knew everything was about to change, not just for Nira, not just for him, but for the entire planet. And all because a human child shared a small wooden toy with a lonely alien girl. The air grew colder as the enemy fleet hovered above the clouds. Their ships moved in perfect formation, like a swarm of metal predators ready to strike. Even from the ground, Liam could feel the pressure, the way the sky seemed to grow heavier, the way every sound dimmed under the humming roar of enemy engines. The Arcanian warriors sensed the danger too. Their armor brightened, their stance sharpened, their breathing slowed as they prepared for battle. The commander raised his staff, and a wall of blue light circled around the forest, forming a protective barrier over Liam, Nira, and the humans behind them. But Liam could tell. This barrier was strong, yet the enemy above was stronger. Nira held his arm tightly, her small body shaking. "They come for me," she whispered. "They destroy anything near. Nothing's safe." Liam squeezed her hand gently. "You're not alone now," he said. "They won't take you." "Not while I'm here." Nira's eyes softened, but fear still glowed inside them. No humans stand against them. They kill without thinking. They see kindness as weakness. The commander overheard her. He stepped closer, towering over Liam like a silent mountain. "Princess Nira is correct," he said in a deep voice. "Her uncle's hunters are ruthless. They show no mercy. Their goal is only one end, the royal line." Liam frowned. "Why? Why is your uncle doing this?" Nira swallowed hard. "He want power. He believe Arcanians must rule galaxy by force. No kindness, no peace. Only fear, the commander nodded. He sees Nira as a threat. Because she is the last symbol of compassion in the royal family. Liam looked at Nira with new understanding. So, they're trying to kill the only person who can lead with kindness, he whispered. Nira nodded, tears forming again. Yes. I don't want throne. I don't want rule. I just want life without fear. Suddenly, a sharp beam of red shot down from one of the enemy ships, smashing into the glowing barrier. The ground shook violently. Dust exploded upward. Trees cracked. Liam stumbled back. What was that? The commander's eyes darkened. A warning shot. They test our shield. The Arcanian warriors immediately closed ranks, their weapons forming a second layer of defense behind the shield. A loud, monstrous voice echoed from the dark fleet above, amplified across the sky. Surrender the girl, or watch this world die. The words ran like ice through Liam's veins. Nira covered her ears. Shaking violently, that is Hunter Leader, she whispered. He killed my cousins. My teachers. He hunt me since long time. Liam felt anger rise inside him. They can't have you. They won't. But the enemy hunters were not waiting. Their ships opened, revealing swarms of smaller fighter units, each shaped like black spears streaking with red fire. They poured out of the mothership like angry hornets. The commander raised his staff, shouting, "Warriors! Rank 1 shield. Rank 2 charge weapons." The Arcanian soldiers spread into formation, their movements fast and precise. The air filled with the sound of weapons, powering up deep humming energy that vibrated through the ground. Human soldiers watched, stunned. They're defending us. Those aliens are defending Earth. One human officer whispered, maybe the boy really did save someone important. But Liam wasn't thinking about any of that. His whole focus was Nira, her shaking hands, her frightened eyes, her struggle to breathe. He knelt in front of her. Nira, listen to me. You survived everything until now. You survived the crash. You survived the hunters. You found me. You're stronger than you think. Nira shook her head. No. I only survived because others die for me. Liam gently held her face, making her look at him. No, you survived because you didn't give up. And now, nobody is dying for you. They're fighting with you. That's different. Nira looked at him as if hearing something she had never believed before. The first wave of enemy fighters shot toward them. Trails of red fire behind them. The commander roared, "Hold the line." Energy shields expanded. Warriors lifted their weapons. The sky crackled. A massive battle erupted above the forest. Blue light clashing against red fire. Metal tearing through air. Explosions lighting the clouds like thunderstorms. Trees bent under shockwaves. Birds scattered. Cars shook. Liam held Nira tightly as the ground vibrated beneath them. Earth had become a battlefield, but the Arcanian warriors did not break. They moved in perfect unity, protecting the barrier and focusing on the one command that mattered most: protect the princess and the human. A second wave of enemy ships circled for position. Nira whispered, voice trembling, "The worst part is coming. The leader will come himself." Liam swallowed. "Then we'll face him together." Nira looked into his eyes. For the first time, she didn't look afraid. She looked brave, because one human boy believed in her. The sky had turned into fire, blue and red. Streaks shot across the clouds like burning comets as Arcanian warriors clashed with the enemy's hunters. Explosions thundered overhead, shaking the ground with every impact. Trees bent sideways, glowing sparks rained down. And every creature in the forest hid in fear. But in the center of all this destruction, Liam stood with Nira under the glowing protective dome. Surrounded by 500 warriors who refused to take a single step back, the commander lifted his staff again. Silver light rushed upward. forming another shield layer to block the incoming blasts. Liam watched with wide eyes. Can they hold it? He whispered fearfully. The commander didn't look away from the battle. We hold as long as needed, he said. As long as you and Princess Nira stand here. We do not fall. Nira trembled beside him. Her breath came fast and shallow. She stared at the sky, eyes wide with dread. Because she recognized every enemy ship, every red symbol, every sound. She had heard them before, when they came for her family. Suddenly, an enemy fighter broke through the main defense line and shot toward the dome. It spun violently, leaving a trail of red energy behind it. The commander shouted, "Left side! Intercept!" 3 warriors jumped, using jet thrusters on their backs, firing beams of blue light. The hunter ship collided with their shots and exploded in a burst of flames. Liam shielded Nira's head as burning pieces fell from the sky. Don't look, he whispered softly. You're safe here. You're not alone this time. Those words hit Nira deeply. No one had ever stood beside her during danger. Everyone before had either feared her or wanted to kill her. But Liam, this small human child, refused to leave. A loud crack split the sky. A massive black ship descended, the Hunter flagship. Its shape was terrifying, sharp like the blade of a giant axe. Red energy pulsed along its sides. With every pulse, the Arcanian shield flickered. Nira grabbed Liam's sleeve. He is here. The leader. He kill many. He kill my cousin. He take palace. Her voice cracked. He come for me now. The commander stepped forward, planting his staff firmly into the ground. Princess, stay behind the human, he commanded. He is your bond protector. You are safest near him. Liam blinked. Me? I can't fight him. The commander looked at him with steady eyes. Your kindness is a shield stronger than armor. Your presence keeps her calm. A calm princess keeps the ancient bond strong. And that bond strengthens us. Liam didn't understand everything, but he nodded anyway. If standing with Nira helped the warriors fight, then he would stand with her until the end. The enemy flagship opened slowly, like the mouth of a giant beast. A dark figure stepped onto the ramp. He was tall, covered in red and black armor, and carried a spear glowing with scarlet flames. Nira's voice broke into a whisper. Him. That is my uncle. The commander's eyes narrowed. Varkan the usurper. Varkan raised his spear and pointed directly at the dome. Give me the girl, he shouted, his voice vibrating through the air, or I burn your world and tear your warriors apart. No warrior moved, no one lowered their weapon. The commander responded calmly, You will not touch her. Varkan laughed a deep, cruel sound. 500 warriors against my army? You are fools. The commander raised his staff. 500 warriors. And 1 human heart. Enough to defeat your darkness. Varkan snarled. Then die with them. He raised his spear. The enemy fleet unleashed a massive combined blast, a beam, so powerful it lit the sky like a rising sun. It struck the dome. The ground shook violently. The barrier cracked like glass. Massive shockwaves rolled across the forest. Liam felt the force push him back. Nira stumbled into his arms. Warriors around them cried out, struggling to hold the shield together. Nira clutched Liam's shirt. I'm so sorry. All this because of me. Liam shook his head firmly. No. This is happening because bad people want power. You didn't cause this. You just want to live. Nira stared at him with trembling eyes. You keep saying I'm not alone. But why? Humans scare. Humans run. Why you stay? Liam took her hand. Because you deserve someone who doesn't run. Because you were crying and alone. Because nobody should face fear without a friend. For a moment, Nira forgot the battle. Forgot the ships. Forgot the hunters, because someone finally saw her as a person, not a princess, not a target. Just a child who needed help. The commander suddenly shouted, The enemy's second attack is charging. Warriors, prepare final formation. Above them, Varkan lifted his spear again. The sky darkened further. The biggest attack was coming, and Liam stood holding Nira's hand, refusing to let go, even as the fate of two worlds trembled above them. The world seemed to stop for a moment. The dark fleet above Earth charged their final attack, gathering red energy into a gigantic sphere of destruction. The clouds burned crimson, lightning rippled like angry veins, and even the ground beneath Liam's feet vibrated with warning. Every human watching from homes, cities, bunkers, and screens felt it. This attack could erase everything. Nira's hand tightened around Liam's. Liam, if I die, bond break. Warriors fall. Your world end. She whispered, her voice shaking. Liam didn't let go. You're not going to die, he said firmly. Not while I'm here. Nira stared at him as if seeing light for the first time in endless darkness. The Arcanian commander raised his staff. Warriors! Final defense. 500 warriors slammed their weapons into the ground. Blue energy burst upward, forming the largest shield they had ever created. But everyone could see one thing clearly. This shield would not survive the enemy's final attack alone. Liam looked at the cracking sky, then back at Nira. Her eyes glowed faintly, not with fear this time, but with something ancient and powerful. Nira, you can stop this, can't you? Liam whispered. She shook her head weakly. No. Royal power only grows with heart. Mine too weak. Too scared. Liam gently held both her hands, kneeling in front of her. You survived all of this. You escaped your uncle. You made it here. You're stronger than you think. You don't need to be brave alone, Nira stared at it. For the first time in her life, someone believed in her without wanting anything in return. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Her bracelet glowed brighter. The commander noticed it immediately. Princess, the human has activated your inner seal. Your true power responds to trust. Nira gasped, my true power? Before she could ask more, the sky exploded in red light. Varkan's attack had been released. The giant sphere of energy fell toward Earth like a burning star. Human soldiers screamed. Civilians cried. Even some Arcanian warriors flinched. Liam threw his arms around Nira. Do it, Nira. You can. You're not alone. Something broke open inside her, something she had held locked away for years. Her eyes flashed white-blue. A wave of glowing energy burst from her body, traveling through Liam's hands, into the ground, into the shield, into every Arcanian warrior. The commander shouted in awe, the princess has awakened. All warriors channel the royal heart. Hundreds of warriors raised their weapons. The shield turned brilliant silver. The enemy's massive attack struck, and for a moment, the world went silent. Then a blinding explosion erupted across the sky, shaking mountains, splitting clouds, lighting the world brighter than sunrise. But when the light faded, Earth was still there. The shield held. Varkan's attack had been shattered. The commander lifted his staff again. Now strike. 500 warriors unleashed their power upward. Blue beams combined into a colossal lance of pure energy. It pierced the dark flagship like lightning splitting wood. Varkan's ship exploded into thousands of burning shards. The remaining enemy fighters fled instantly, engines screaming as they escaped into the stars. The battle was over. The forest quieted. The sky cleared. The last echoes of war disappeared like fading thunder. Nira collapsed to her knees, exhausted, breathing hard. Liam caught her quickly. I'm here. I'm here, he whispered, holding her steady. She leaned her forehead against his chest. I did it. Because you stayed. Because you believe in me. The commander and 500 warriors knelt before the children. Every warrior placed a fist over their heart. Princess Nira, the commander said with pride, and Liam of Earth. You have saved 2 worlds today." Human soldiers slowly lowered their weapons. Some stared. Some saluted. Some cried in relief. In cities around the planet, people watching the broadcast erupted with cheers, disbelief, awe, and hope. Liam looked up nervously. "What happens now?" The commander smiled, something rare and heavy with emotion. "Now, young human, you become part of our history," he said. "Your kindness united our warriors. Your courage awakened our princess. You are forever an honored friend of Arcania." Nira gently held Liam's hand again. "I come back one day. When safe, when no more hunters. You my first friend." "My heart friend." Liam blushed slightly. "I'll wait," he whispered. The warriors guided Nira toward their main ship. She turned back one last time, eyes soft, glowing with peace. Not fear, when the ships lifted into the sky and disappeared among the stars. Earth felt bigger than ever, connected to something far beyond imagination, and everyone knew the truth. A human child's kindness changed the fate of galaxies.